I love Oprah. Don't get me wrong. I think she's a wonderful woman. I think she's a powerful force of good and positive energy.
But she ain't no Elon.
But she also brought us Dr. Oz and The Secret. We have to remember what this lady has done.
She has to be held accountable.
I forgive her, but I mean, The Secret is a particularly egregious offense.
Joe Rogan, who is well known for his raw and frequently controversial opinions, recently exposed Oprah Winfrey by calling her worse than P. Diddy in a series of explosive remarks that sent shockwaves through the entertainment business. When Rogan asserted that Oprah Winfrey is pitiful, he didn't hold back. This audacious accusation has generated heated discussion and increased investigation of the deeds and impact of these two significant personalities. Joe Rogan's remarks stemmed from a larger conversation about power relationships and the purported wrongdoing in Hollywood. He charged Oprah Winfrey with abusing her enormous influence in ways that are far more sinister than the acts Diddy has been charged with, citing Oprah's public persona as a charitable media.
Women would get super pissed off if The Rock was the president and Oprah was VP.
She's potentially next in line. That's not a bad thing.
A lot of people would want her to be president. Oprah to be the first female president, to counter like the first celebrity president being Trump.
Assertion that Oprah has the ability to shape stories and safeguard her interests in ways that few others can due to her broad reach and control over a variety of media outlets. Although he did say that her power extends beyond entertainment. She delves deeply into politics and social concerns where she has substantial influence over public opinion. One of the main points Rogan raised was what he perceives while allegedly turning a blind eye to or even participating in the same exploitative practices she condemns. He said that although Oprah talks about empowering women and standing up against abuse, there are rumors about her own dubious actions and associations. Rogan said that deeper you realize she has the same, if not more, power to influence and control people just like Diddy. This is a prime example of do as I say, not as I do. Rogan also any hard proof connecting Oprah to Jeffrey Epstein's illegal actions. Rogan recommended that her prominent social circle and prior affiliations be examined. Furthermore, Rogan noted that it raises important concerns about what goes on behind the scenes for people to wonder why someone with Oprah's level of influence and connections would associate with somebody like Epstein. Both fans and detractors of the podcast have responded strongly to Joe Rogan's remarks. While some have commended him for his bravery in speaking out against someone as influential as Oprah in order to garner publicity, a number of well-known people and industry insiders have commented on the dispute. Some have backed Oprah, highlighting her charitable endeavors and donations to many organizations. Others have repeated Rogan's worries, demanding a closer look at me for their relationships and actions. The fallout from Rogan's comments has spurred a larger discussion about accountability and transparency among Hollywood's elite. On the other hand, there is a growing call for greater transparency and ethical behavior within the industry. Oprah Winfrey, accusing her of having sinister motives because of her appearances at Diddy's parties and her associations with Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein. Now, Jay-Z has intervened to clear the air and reveal the real Oprah. What shocking revelation has Jay-Z talked about the talk show queen?
We are going to shoot as Oprah interviews Jay-Z.
Oprah Winfrey Show. Oprah Winfrey is a beloved American icon and billionaire. Her varied career includes work as a talk show host, executive actress, writer, producer, and philanthropist. Her influence can be seen in nearly every aspect of the media. Although Oprah has received many honors for her self-made success, from the People's Choice Award for her talk show to the prestigious National Civil Rights Museum's Freedom Award in 2005, there are still questions about the sincerity of her motivations and the extent of her influence beneath the glossy exterior of her story of rising from poverty to grace. Reportedly voicing his concerns, Jay-Z, a cultural powerhouse and music colossus, said that Oprah's actions are much more concerning than Diddy's, igniting a fresh round of rumors and causing controversy. This claim has generated a flurry of discussion and conjecture, but what precisely does Jay-Z mean by it? To find out, we must examine Oprah, a contentious figure, starting with the Jeffrey Epstein case. In August 2019, Epstein, a convicted criminal, committed himself in a maximum security jail. Subsequent to his passing, over 900 pages of paperwork emerged, providing insight into his suspected accomplice. Following a number of initial reports, there have been a number of claims claiming that Oprah Winfrey's private jet stopped at Epstein Island and that her name appeared on the flight logs. One of the people fueled by these allegations is Ryan Garcia, a controversial boxer who claimed during a session on that he possessed classified information from Epstein's famous list. These documents listed several surprising names that reignited interest in the scandal. Garcia stated that Oprah Winfrey, the well-known talk show host, and Tom Hanks, the two-time Academy Award winner, were closely associated with the dishonored financier's island. Oprah is not the only person with alleged ties to Epstein, though. Unlike Epstein, who preyed on minors, Harvey Weinstein was a well-known Hollywood producer who also became notorious for being a predator who preyed on adult women. After the New York Times published an article in 2017 detailing Weinstein's financial settlement with approximately 8 women who had accused him of mistreatment, many well-known actresses came forward with similar accusations against the actor, eventually leading to over 80 women coming forward with allegations against him. This revealed Weinstein's misconduct. Oprah worked with Weinstein in 2013 on Lee Daniels' The Butler, a movie that the Weinstein Company distributed and in which Oprah featured. Their professional relationship dates back several decades, but there are rumors that suggest a closer bond. Media outlets have released pictures of Oprah with the disgraced Hollywood producer, which she probably wishes she hadn't shared. Several shots show her cuddling and kissing the mogul at events hosted by the Weinstein Company and at award shows.
And wanting to know more about me. We eventually found Charlotte, and he introduced me as an actress, and he instructed Charlotte to take my information. So she took my information, and at this point I am absolutely overwhelmed because he repeated so many times, it's going to be good for you. I have something in mind for you. We're going to be in.
When aspiring actor Cadden Noble first met Harvey Weinstein in London, she was enthralled by his apparent connection to Oprah Winfrey, who was figuratively swinging off his arm. This connection led her to believe that Weinstein had amazing opportunities in store for her, but Noble alleged in 2014 that Weinstein forced himself on her in a canned hotel room. Weinstein claimed through a spokeswoman that the meeting was consensual after his misconduct was made public in 2017. Elle claims that when she met Weinstein in the hotel room on the pretext of discussing her showreel, his intentions were far from professional. Weinstein told friends and colleagues that Oprah had called to offer her support, urging him to defend himself publicly. Through a representative, Oprah refuted this assertion, claiming that they never had a direct conversation and that her main motivation for getting in touch with him was to offer her opinion on the matter in a TV interview. In a biting Twitter post, Rose Muan, the actress who spearheaded the campaign against Weinstein, posted a picture of Oprah kissing the disgraced producer on the cheek at the 2014 Critics' Choice Film Awards. Rose Muan called Oprah as false as they come. Rose wrote a caption for the picture that said, "Although I wish Oprah were real, I'm delighted that people are seeing the horrible truth about her." Additionally, Oprah was criticized by the Charmed star for her affiliation with hip-hop. Mogul Russell Simmons, who has been charged with assault, has been accused of everything from leaving and ruining victims of hers to being friends with Weinstein. She is a complete fake, supporting a twisted system of power for her own benefit. Reptile, the tweet surfaced after a 2003 Oprah interview with Dolly Parton went viral and sparked a fan debate about Oprah's line of questioning. One of the most awkward moments in the interview was when Oprah asked about Dolly Parton's appearance, specifically going into detail about how many cosmetic surgeries she had had. Based on Oprah's tone and body language, it appeared that some people felt her question was meant to shame Dolly Parton for having plastic surgery. It seemed that Oprah wanted Dolly to feel ashamed, but Dolly wasn't having any of it. In a subsequent portion from the same interview, Oprah was visibly frustrated when Dolly didn't respond as expected. This sentiment was captured in a tweet by one insider and others who chimed in to agree. Oprah then turned her attention to Dolly's mental health, bringing up the fact that she had heard of a serious depressive episode brought on by Dolly approaching 40. The rediscovered interview caused a surge of admirers to rewatch other Oprah interviews, with many of them complaining that she frequently asked tactful, derogatory questions meant to make her guests feel uncomfortable. Several comments cited an interview from 1998 onwards in which Toni Braxton subsequently called Oprah especially harsh and said the talk show host had
She was so freaking mean to me. I was in shock.
Do you take responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
100%.
100%.
100%. I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much. I admired her and looked up to her. And she pretty much reprimanded.
viral. The video spurred a larger discussion on Oprah's associations with suspected abuser Russell Simmons, a businessman and co-founder of Def Jam Records, and convicted defendant Harvey Weinstein. Rose seems to be prompted by this conversation to tweet about Simmons, who from 2017 to 2019 was the target of at least 15 women's charges of wrongdoing, even though in 2020 he vehemently denied them. Oprah decided to resign from her position as executive producer of the documentary On Record, which highlighted the accounts of women who had accused Simmons of misbehavior. Oprah was accused by one of the alleged victims of deserting people who had spoken out against Simmons. Concerns Oprah had about inconsistent accounts from one of the accusers led her to abruptly leave the project. She believed that these differences needed to be addressed before the movie could be shown to the public. The report reveals that Oprah withdrew from the expose after realizing that Simmons had forced her into it. However, she later claimed that Simmons was not the reason for her withdrawal from the project. In addition to in an Instagram post, Rose Seal further publicly criticized Oprah, claiming that Oprah knew about Harvey Weinstein's predatory actions towards young women for years but chose to say nothing. She had heard the whispers, but she had never realized that Weinstein was actually preying on young, star-studded actresses who had no idea what they were getting themselves into. The singer shared a meme of herself and Weinstein together with a text that included a picture of Weinstein and Winfrey at different events, with Winfrey giving Weinstein a kiss on the cheek. When after decades of contributing to the issue, everyone believes you are the answer, the vocalist concluded the message using the hashtag sanctimonious.
I love that.
You do?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you've known her well for a long time.
Yes.
Think she could do it?
Yeah, I know she could do it without a doubt.
Wow. You think you could do it?
To learn, especially about Oprah and Diddy's relationship. The two have a close bond, and Diddy has appeared on Oprah's show several times. However, and they're bringing up old warnings from 50 Cent. Fuel was added to the fire by Diddy's adversary, who speculated that Oprah might have been involved in Diddy's dubious activities. For a long time, 50 Cent and Oprah have been at odds, with 50 Cent accusing Oprah of harming the reputations and careers of black actors while ignoring similar charges made against white people. 50 Cent even called Oprah an Oreo, implying that her true identity is white and that her black identity is only a facade. However, 50 Cent isn't the only one who has issues with Oprah. Additionally, Snoop Dogg expressed his disapproval of Oprah Winfrey and her associate Gayle King. This incident started when Gayle King asked several hurtful questions about Kobe Bryant during an interview with Lisa Leslie, a close friend and former teammate of Kobe's, shortly after his demise in January 2020. Gayle chose to bring up the accusations against Kobe, which caused a lot of anger. Despite Lisa's declaration that she had never directly witnessed Kobe engage in such behavior, Gayle tried to refute her assertion by implying that Lisa might have missed it since she was his buddy. This shift in perspective occurred after the video went viral. Fans quickly took to social media to criticize Gayle for looking into Brian's past. Insiders accused Gayle King of being disrespectful, out of line, and wrong on all counts, lamenting that a former WNBA star had to teach her about media etiquette. Oprah intervened to support her friend Gayle, portraying her as the victim in the controversy. Gayle is currently dealing with death threats and must travel with security, despite the challenge after Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey were accused of only caring about victims when the accused isn't one of their friends. Snoop Dogg became enraged and unleashed a torrent of disparaging images directed at Gayle on social media. Later, he took to Instagram Live to vent his frustrations. In his video, Snoop acknowledged that he wasn't alone in his criticism. Additionally, 50 Cent weighed in. The rapper shared a video footage of the contentious incident along with his own live commentary, bolstering the criticism of King. "It wasn't complicated, you just rejected it." The rapper said that the video should have a caption, "What's this? Someone needs to explain why this keeps occurring." 50 Cent apologized for the profanity he used during his press tour for the 2020 Life album. He went into additional detail. "You just marked the interview as discarded when people questioned about it, saying it wasn't complicated," the rapper said, adding a statement to the video. When asked about the interview leaving, 50 Cent spoke further. He apologized for the language he used during his press tour for the 2020 premiere of Life. Why does this keep happening? The 4-hour documentary Netherland explores the disturbing tales of Wade Robson and James Safechuck, who describe how they were abused by Michael Jackson when they were younger. The film has caused a great deal of controversy, with Jackson's family and supporters fiercely disputing the allegations. In response, Jackson's family has sued HBO, denouncing the documentary as a desperate attempt to
just finished watching all 4 hours of the film Leaving Neverland. It's an audience of over 100 men and women here who say that they were abused as children. Surrounding them are supporters and family members, and watching this documentary was an intense and very emotional experience for many people here. The two men who tell their stories in Leaving Neverland, Wade Robson and James Safechuck, are also here with me on stage, as well as the director.
Oprah did not back down in the face of the outcry over the allegations. Instead, she threw herself into the controversy with her own interview special, Leaving Neverland. She brought together an audience of 100 men and women whom she described as survivors of abuse to discuss the issues raised in the special. This decision, however, caused a great deal of backlash from Michael Jackson's ardent fans, who felt betrayed by Oprah because in 1993, Michael Jackson had graciously welcomed Oprah into his home and granted her an exclusive interview at Neverland Ranch. While this may seem ordinary for a TV talk show host, it was a momentous occasion. Michael's appearance on TV was a historic occasion because he hadn't appeared in the interview for 14 years. Oprah bravely asked a number of insightful questions, including ones about Michael. With 90 million viewers, the interview became the most watched sit-down in television history, and it was crucial in launching Oprah's TV career on a global scale. Years after Jackson's passing and the court case that resolved the accusations of child molestation, looking back on their conversation, Oprah remembered clearly that he was quite friendly. "After our interview, I felt a genuine connection with him and thought we might be friends because he looked so earnest." Oprah also made contact with Catherine, Jackson's mother,